Okay, welcome back. Here it is, the Lake Hylia. So currently sat at Waypoint 1. We are about to set off on the rest of our journey through to Waypoint 2. So let's kick open the... that's the wrong one. I want the galaxy map, not the system map. We did charge our FSD last time around at this neutron star, so we should be able to just get going. And we also plotted our next route, which is great, so we should just be able to take off and immediately jump to the next system. Our route, eventually we're heading to Sagittarius A, which is the supermassive black hole at the center of the galaxy here. Waypoint 1 took us to just the edge of this arm of the galaxy here, and Waypoint 2 should take us to around here, around this nebula. Our eventual goal is to follow this arm of the galaxy all the way around into here, cut over into this arm of the galaxy, and then enter the core through to Sagittarius A. Things get a little bit crazy in the core. There's a incredible amount of stars in there, like just insanely close, so yeah, might get interested in that, but we've got a long way to go. We are currently quite far from Sol. Yeah, we've travelled about 7,000 light years so far, another 16 to go, so should be a couple more waypoints yet, but let's get on the move.
Landing gear retracted.
Shut the landing gear, boost is full. Target planet is below the horizon, so we're going to super cruise up until we can see it, and then we'll be able to jump straight there.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
It over the horizon, and then we'll be able to jump. So the jump rate on this anaconda is, well, it's not that all the time. That's with a neutron star boost, but it's usually around 70 light seconds. We're getting 297 out of it at the moment because we've supercharged the FSD. But our next jump is 176 light years away, and I believe it's a neutron star, so we'll get another charged jump out of that. Should be able to jump now.
Frameshift drive charging.
And we'll say goodbye to Waypoint 1. Star of the night. Scan it down. Scan the system. 5 other objects here. So we have got high metal, rocky, high metal. Not too interesting, so let's charge the FSD. Nice and slowly into these jet cones, because they can get a little bit crazy.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
I did have to repair the... damn it, I didn't quite make it there. Let's get back through. Whoa, overshot that by quite a way. There we go, back around now. Did have to repair the frameshift drive at Waypoint 1 because I overcooked it a little bit in these neutron jet streams.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
And we should now be able to put our next jump. Which is 2. I can't even suss out how I would begin to pronounce this. Dry. We're continuing to follow the neutron star superhighway. And this one's 415 light years away, so we won't be able to get there in one jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
We'll get halfway there. And actually our next star is a neutron star as well, so it should only take us 2 jumps to get to that target star. Best thing about following the neutron star. Ooh, you're very blue. Best thing about following the neutron star highways is that you get a boatload of money for scanning these neutron stars. Like an absolute shit ton. I can't remember exactly how much it is, but it's a lot. Most of them have been discovered by now, though, so no bonus for being first to discover them.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Right, onwards.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm not going to bother scanning that gas giant, it's not that interesting. There's our target star, should be another neutron. Let's start thinking about fuel soon. We're halfway at the moment. Icy worlds. They are never that interesting. There's a couple of stars in the system, but they don't seem to be nearby unless they're behind me and being creepy. Let's go for the right side of this one. Just to be closer. Neutron stars are typically really tiny, but they've got a very big gravitational pull, so you want to make sure you're giving them as wide a berth as you can. There we go.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Nice. That's our next jump. Not using that, using this. We're off to the Lysoof sector next. do wish I could tell you what all these letters and numbers mean. I think it's a pretty clever cataloguing system actually, but something to do with the star's luminosity and colour and all that jazz, but I've got honestly no idea what it means. 546 light years to the next star. One, two, three jumps.
Frameshift drive charging.
Next one's a neutron star as well, so yeah, we're going to have to start thinking about fuel in the next couple of jumps. See the core's getting a lot brighter. Sadly, none of them very interesting. Mostly rocky worlds by the look of it. Oof, that jet stream is quite close. Let's grab it and move on. No point hanging around here. Yellow-orange star, so a bit of a break from neutron stars, which is good because I need fuel. Scan in and get a little bit closer and grab some fuel. Good honk. Lots of landable bodies. They look mostly rocky. This star is undiscovered, so hopefully I'll get the credit for that. Don't know where the other one is. Oh, it's 453,000 light seconds away. I think I'll pass. Onto the neutron star next. Get around the sun as we fuel up. Get pretty close. The maximum intake for this fuel scoop is 890 units per second. Say goodbye to the star. Might be the last non-blue thing we see for a while. Pretty.
Frameshift drive charging.
19 new astronomical objects. Let's see what's here. Ooh. Wow, that one looks pretty. Might have to go check that one out. That is a ringed lava world by the looks of it. Kinda cool. I think we'll scan these two gas giants. So, body A and body C. Let's get the supercharge first. Get out of that one. There we go. So let's go to the first one. I think it's behind us. Just have to watch out for the star. There it is. That can't be it, actually. There we go. That's the one. Gas giant, not as interesting as I'd hoped. Hoping for some life. Let's try this next one. See, that's the star, and it looks absolutely tiny, and we're only 300 light seconds away from it. That's an actual yellow star or a KGB foam star, that would be still very visible. Tiny little things. Deadly. Fingers crossed for something interesting on this one. Quite small. Get close as well and have a look. We need to take some time to plot our next route anyway. Nope. Class 3 gas giant. Pretty boring. Should have some nice rings though. Let's have a look. All these moons will just be rocky bodies, they're not really worth checking out. 2 sets of rings in this. And the difference will be, one of them will be like an icy ring, or the other one will be a rocky ring or a metallic ring. 2 different sets of materials is what gives them the 2 different colours. Just beautiful. Almost looks Earth-like, but that is just all gas. Let's come to a stop and let's actually check out a little bit about this. So we know it's a class 3 gas giant. Primarily hydrogen and helium atmosphere. Pretty hot. Usually blue in colour because of optical scattering in the atmosphere, with the chance of wispy cloud layers from sulfides and chlorides. Fascinating. 16. I think that's 16 Earth masses. Going around that neutron star pretty quickly in 0.6 days as well. Cool. And it's all metal ring. Right. Let's book our next waypoint. And I think we're saying goodbye to the Lysiu sector. No, we're not actually. We've got one more stop in this sector. So, Lysiu, UER. Oops. That's not where we're going, that's in the wrong direction. D480. If you're wondering what I'm using to plot this route, it's a great website called spanch.org.uk. Helps you plot a route between 2 points in the galaxy using mostly neutron stars, which is the most efficient way to get about.
Frameshift drive charging.
See, now that orange stuff there, that is the core of the galaxy. It's getting bigger and bigger because we're getting closer and closer. And some of these nebula around the place. So we're heading to one of those, so one of them will be getting infinitely bigger until we're in it. Oh look, it's another blue squirrel. One lowly neutron star, nothing else here. Been around for 3,074 million years. And it's one old star. Anyway, let's charge up. On.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Another hard one to get out of. What we'll see as well is as we get closer to the core, you can see like that black bit at the moment where there's no land. That's because we're currently pointing towards the outside of the galaxy. And there's less stars that way. And then as we point this way, got more stars, hence the orange bit. You can see the core. As we get closer to the core, of course, that orange band will go all the way around us, because there will be an intense number of stars all around. Right, on to the next system. I think now we are exiting the Lysiu sector, into something even more difficult to say. Zuvsky. Someone was taking the piss when we did that. Sorry, Spurt. Yep. Sedo I D915. $400 light years away. We're getting there.
Frameshift drive charging.
This will take us down to half fuel. the system and nothing else. Not really worth checking out. Right.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Next one's a Class M Red Dwarf Star, which is the same class, I think, as Sol. Hopefully, we'll see something worth scanning here.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Let's have a look.
Frameshift drive charging.
Just a gas giant, not really worth our time. So let's crack up to the neutron star. Couple of metal worlds here. Not really worth our time. Okay, next jump. And this time we're staying in the Lazuvsky sector. And we're going to DVG. Not too far away, should be one jump to the next neutron star. We just need to charge up. Be very careful about it because that star is much closer than I thought. Yeah, I shot it. That kind of serves me right. Let's check.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Didn't quite manage to supercharge it. Should just be able to poke up a little bit.
Frameshift drive supercharged.
Right, on to our next system.
Frameshift drive charging.
Probably boring ice builds. Just being really careful around this one because I can't tell if that right-hand jet stream is pointing behind the star or to the right of the star. If it's behind, we may be getting dangerously close. But I think we're okay. Heat doesn't seem to be going up, so we should be alright.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Next sector then is the Pro-Uzi sector. Pro-Uzi? Pro-Uzi? You'd have thought that it'd at least make these things pronounceable. GFA... D2111. Nope, something wrong with that. It's actually D130. Quite far away, this one, 430 light years. I think that what we'll do
Frameshift drive charging.
is we'll stick the Galnet news on and catch up with what's going on back in the bubble. Yellow star, didn't quite check it before we left.
Fuel scooping.
So, let's pop the Galnet news up.
Week in Review. Here are this week's major stories. The League of Reparation has been dismantled, according to the Tri-Superpower Task Force investigating the organization. The announcement followed a successful operation to remove League forces from two systems, one in Federal and one in Imperial space. Riri McAllister, the League's central coordinator, has been charged with multiple terrorism-related crimes. The Church of Eternal Void, a fringe group that venerates the Guardians, has been declared illegal in every system where it operates. Cardinal Hieronymus and other senior members of the Church have been arrested for inciting acts of violence against the so-called Far God sect, which worships the Thargoids. Meanwhile, members of the Rochester family have come under attack following the engagement of Federal Ambassador Jordan Rochester to Princess Aisling Duval. Jordan Rochester... Niece Callie Rochester was the victim of a physical assault, while her father Jupiter Rochester, a Core Dynamics executive, has come under fire from both shareholders and management. In other news, the classic children's show Andromedaries, about spacefaring camel-like lifeforms, is being remade for modern audiences. The production company behind the reboot has promised a dark, blood-soaked journey of psychological discovery, prompting dismay from the creator and writer of the original program, Vienna Langhorne. Finally, the Alliance has announced plans to build a new Oculus starport to further bridge the gap between the core systems and the Alliance's outposts in the California Nebula. The organization overseeing the initiative has placed an open order for mined resources to be used in the construction. And those are the main stories this week. League of Reparation eliminated. The League of Reparation has been dismantled, according to the Tri-Superpower Task Force investigating the organization. Captain Liam Sutonia at the Imperial Internal Security Service made this statement. Following the decryption of the League's comms network, we have now arrested or eliminated every member of the organization. The galactic community provided significant support by destroying the League's strongholds in federal and imperial space. Thanks to their efforts, the League of Reparation has been defeated. Deputy Inspector Mara Klatt spoke to the media about Riri McAllister, now known to be Nexus, the League's central coordinator. McAllister voluntarily revealed a surprising amount of information during questioning. It seems the League began building its forces a few years ago, recruiting misguided obsessives and mercenaries. They targeted Inra descendants to whom they could gain easy access, murdering dozens of innocent people. After Commander Jameson's ship was discovered, the League started targeting high-profile individuals and leaving the For Jameson message. This was designed to generate exposure and spread terror to families with an Inra connection. McAllister has confessed to being the original architect of the League. As for her motivation, she insists she is a direct descendant of Commander John Jameson, and that her duty was to avenge his death. In fact, McAllister is registered as an orphan of unknown lineage, meaning that we cannot verify her claim. Our suspicion is that this is a long-held delusion or a product of a psychological disorder. Alliance Interpol later confirmed that McAllister had been charged with multiple terrorism-related crimes. Her trial will be held shortly. Classic children's show returns. A children's entertainment show that achieved great popularity 40 years ago is being remade for modern audiences. The animated program, which featured spacefaring camel-like lifeforms from another galaxy, was titled Andromedaries. After many years, its devoted fan base has raised funding for an independent entertainment company to purchase the rights. A press release from Black Shadow Productions stated, "This new incarnation of Andromedaries will delight fans both old and new. We'll be going on a dark, blood-soaked journey of psychological discovery, showcasing all the trials and pressures of intergalactic travel." Vienna Langhorne, the creator and head writer of the original show, commented, "It's about camels in space, for goodness sake. What are these morons doing to it?" Ogden Smith, president of the Andromedaries Superlative Society, told the media, "With all due respect to Vienna Langhorne, she doesn't understand the show like we do. The new version will return viewers to the gritty, realistic drama we enjoyed when we were kids." League of Reparation hunt concludes. The Tri-Power Task Force, whose goal is to eradicate the League of Reparation, has announced a successful conclusion to its recent campaign. Scores of pilots supported the task force by eliminating League terrorists in the Zibel and EN Palang systems. As the campaign drew to a close, Captain Liam Sutonia had this to say: "The League of Reparation put up a good fight, just what we've come to expect from these fanatics, but we prevailed in the end. With the aid of the galactic community, we have now taken a bold step in eradicating this terrorist organization once and for all. Pilots who contributed to the initiative in the Zibal system can now collect their rewards from higher port. Pilots who contributed to the initiative in the EN Palang system can now collect their rewards from Brandish City." Alliance Initiative. The Alliance has announced plans to build an Ocelus starport in the MEL-22, Sector GMVC-28 system, to further bridge the gap between the core systems and the Alliance's outposts in the California Nebula. Alliance official Torvin Dast issued the following statement: "Our previous initiative established a link between our outposts in the California Nebula and the galactic core. But to ensure the safety and well-being of travelers following the route, we need to maintain a robust program of starport construction. The initiative is being overseen by the Turner Research Group, which has placed an open order for mined resources to be used in the construction. The organization has also placed a kill order on all ships on its wanted list, to ensure that those contributing material to the campaign can do so safely. The campaign begins on the 26th of July 3304 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately. Rochester family attacked. Members of the Rochester family have come under personal and political attack following the engagement of Federal Ambassador Jordan Rochester to Princess Aisling Duval. Several media outlets shared news of an incident involving Jordan Rochester's teenage niece. A physical assault against Callie Rochester was reported on campus at Olympus Village University yesterday. Students surrounded Miss Rochester and accosted her while chanting anti-imperial slogans. The assault was repelled by her private security detail. Meanwhile, Callie's father Jupiter Rochester was featured in a financial report from the Federal Times. Core Dynamics stock dropped by 18% this month, undoubtedly due to the CEO's family being linked with an imperial princess. Jupiter Rochester has come under fire from both shareholders and management, who are concerned that one of the Federation's bedrocks might be losing his integrity. Questions have also been asked in Congress of Isolde Rochester, Jordan Rochester's mother. Many congressmen have demanded assurances that the Federation will not relinquish influence or territory to the Empire in the wake of the marriage. Isolde Rochester released the following statement. Conservative elements always react negatively to change, even when that change is in society's best interest. My son's relationship with Her Imperial Highness represents not just a union between the Rochesters and the House of Duval, but the start of a new era of cooperation that will strengthen us all. Guardian worshipping church.
So that's kind of interesting. If I was listening to that, right? Basically,
Frameshift drive charging.
someone from the Imperium, the Empire, someone from the Federation, both kind of high ranking. Getting married is like my son's story.
Church of Eternal Void, a fringe group that venerates the Guardians, has been declared illegal in every system where it operates. Cardinal Hieronymus and other senior members of the Church have been arrested for inciting acts of violence against the so-called Far God sect, which worships the Thargoids. The death toll among the Far God sect is now in the hundreds, with many more injured. Councillor Quinn D'Amico praised the declaration. All citizens have the freedom to practice any religion they choose, provided that religion does not sanction homicide. Authorities have made the right move to prevent further bloodshed. The decision was condemned by Juanita Bishop, who runs a campaign against the Far God sect. So the Sixth Argoid lovers can walk free, while those with the courage to oppose them are put behind bars. It's the traitors who worship the enemy that should be illegal. This perversion of justice will backfire on us, mark my words. Dr. Jamila Griffin of the Galactic Interfaith Commune made this statement. The ability to distinguish between laws and beliefs is the mark of a civilized society. In this case we consider the Far God sect to be the victim rather than the aggressor, despite the controversial nature of their faith. Starport Status Update. This report presents the latest data on starports experiencing technical issues as a result of Thargoid sensor-related interference. Old Silo, Checker. Daniel Gateway, Adu. Pharma Laboratory, Lingdetti. Gainsler Dock, Venexo. Irent Stock, Manide. Naily Survey, Manide. Nagat Division, Galley Bessay. Pins in Orbital, Manide. Russ Landing, Saigon. Weber Dock, Mean. Young Station, Lingdetti. Meanwhile, the following starports are on the brink of closure. Brashear Landing, Jabu Galley. Collins Station, Huichi. Dampier's Progress, Jabugali. Ford Platform, HIP 41022. Griffiths Horizons, Rukbak. Israel Port, Madramakaze. Jury Silo, Obambori. Lindblad Hub, Venexo. Scott Station, HIP 93685. Thomas Orbital, Wolf 1241. Vasiliev Installation, LTT 4560. Vishnievsky Snerd Prospect, Anna Gorovici. Week in Review. Here are this...
Sorry, I was just having a look to see about a nebula that's sort of down below as I'm looking at the map. It's about 1,000 light years away. That one there, Fly the Guy. Just wondering if it's worth a detour to go and see that. Because it is really close. How far away are we from our target nebula? We're still a good 10,000 light years away. Made quite a bit of progress tonight so far already. We've done 3,000 light years. Still a long way to go. But it's out of our way, so let's crack onwards.
Frameshift drive charging.
Week's major stories. Maroklat of Alliance Interpol has announced that Admiral George Varma, who was arrested last week on suspicion of working with terrorist organization the League of Reparation, was in fact framed by Rear Admiral Riri McAllister. It is now believed that McAllister is Nexus, the League's central coordinator. Following this development, information decrypted by a tri-superpower task force has revealed the location of League's strongholds in two systems, one in Imperial and one in Federal space. A two-pronged operation to destroy these enclaves is now underway. Princess Aisling Duval has discussed her forthcoming marriage in an interview with Solomon Helios. The princess insisted that any negativity surrounding the wedding was based on prejudice and fear, saying, "Shouldn't we all be free to love whomever we wish?" Meanwhile, there has been a spate of violence against the Thargoid-worshipping Far God cult, resulting in dozens of deaths and hundreds of injuries. The Far God cultists have offered no resistance to the aggression. Local security forces have been slow to respond to the incidents, and few arrests have been made. In other news, a thermonuclear weapon, launched over 1,000 years ago during Earth's Third World War, has been discovered. The intercontinental ballistic missile was found beneath the Pacific Ocean, during construction of new undersea habitation off the coast of California. The missile's uranium core has been disarmed, and the risk to local populations nullified. Finally, a spokesperson for the Cobra Wing has announced that its campaign to build a research outpost in the Ebor system has been enthusiastically received by the galactic community. Scores of pilots supported the campaign by delivering commodities to Morris Enterprise and eliminating agitators in Ebor, thereby ensuring the safety of traders. And those are the main stories this week. Starport Status Update. This report presents the latest data on starports experiencing technical issues as a result of Thargoid sensor-related interference. The following starports are currently closed. Rebe Enterprise, Tasheka. Singer Orbital, Maxia. Stabenow Survey, Cerno. Vauculus Vision, Veroclist. The following starports continue to experience technical issues. Sturkow Port, SPOCS 253. Meanwhile, the following starports are on the brink of closure. Hunt the League of Reparation. A tri-superpower task force has launched a campaign to track down and eliminate members of terrorist group, the League of Reparation. Captain Niam Sutonia of the IISS, who is a prominent member of the task force, made this
So not to get too excited, but there is definitely a water world in the system, which is that one. If we listen closely, we'll be able to hear the water. Just hear it bubbling away in the background. You might need headphones. And it's unexplored, which means exciting bonus. And this one could be an earth world, it could also be a metal content. Let's listen carefully. That is definitely an earth-like world. Definitely an earth-like world. So we need to visit both of these. Scan the star first. Which is bloody bright because we're right. So really exciting, this could be our first Earth-like world of the journey so far. We'll do the water world first, because it's right next door. Should have it around the start. It's 100% a water world, no doubt about it. That Earth-like will take a little bit of time to get to. It's 27,000 light seconds away. So maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Worth the journey though. It's a little known trick that you can actually listen to planets on the system now. If you zoom in real close to them, you can actually hear a little bit of a noise that will indicate what that planet is. In the water worlds, you can hear sort of a bubbling noise, which will let you know that it is indeed a water world. It's not always easy to tell just from the picture alone. Earth-likes, you can usually hear animal calls. It was birds on that one, I think, anyway. I'll play it again in a sec. We're on approach to this now. As soon as we get to around 8 seconds, it'll start slowing down. Scanning now. It will be a water world to sound at it. There it is. Let's go check it out and have a look. Screenshot. Atmosphere. Tell by the blue halo going all the way around. Whitish. Looks like it's got polar caps. But it really is a water world. There is no islands or anything like that. No clouds either. Yeah, grab a screenshot, find out a little bit about it. There's an argon-rich water world, water geysers. It's incredibly dense. It's 813 Earth atmospheres, which would probably crush you. 0.8 G, which is tolerable. It's about 1.5 times the size of Earth. Yeah, pretty interesting. 0.9 of a day, so orbit's about the same. Yeah, interesting stuff. Terrestrial water world with an active water-based chemistry and carbon water-based life. Nice. Right, let's go check out this Earth-like world. I've got a screenshot for this.
Heatsink deployed.
Whoops, meant to do that. Beautiful. Absolutely incredible. Right, let's head off to this Earth-like world. It's going to be quite a journey, so I'll put the Garnet back on in a minute. First, let's point it out that way, and then I'll show you what's missing out for the galaxy map. Sorry, system map. So the best thing to do is to not select anything for a while and let everything sort of calm down, let the background music chill out. And then what you want to do is zoom in and select the planet that you want to listen to. Get as zoomed in as you can, and you'll hear noises. So you'll always sort of hear this sort of noise, which is just the music, but if you listen to the stuff that's in the background of that, in a second you'll be able to hear animal calls. And again, you really might need headphones or quite loud volume setting on your monitor or your TV. You can definitely hear bird calls, monkey calls, something like that. Sometimes they're different, sometimes you'll hear more like fish sounds, but fish don't make sounds like dolphin sort of sounds, but it's definitely there. Now this one is a metal planet, and you'll hear like a guitar riff to indicate that it's metal. There it is. Like heavy metal. It's awesome. Not sure what this one is. Got an atmosphere there. I think that one's rocky because you can sort of hear the wind. So yeah, that's how you can tell what it is by just listening to it. You can also check the icon in the bottom left, but it's not always right. So it's going to take us a little while to get there, so I'll put the camera back on for the time being.
Announcement. With the arrest of Riri McAllister, otherwise known as Nexus, we now hold the main coordinator of the League of Reparation in custody. Furthermore, decrypted information has revealed the location of League strongholds in 2 separate systems, one in Imperial, and one in Federal space. We are determined to eliminate these terrorists before they can wreak any more havoc, but fully expect tough resistance. Therefore we ask the galactic community to provide support in wiping out these dangerous extremists. The operation in Zibal will be coordinated by Zibal Power Company. Likewise, military action in Ian Palang will be supported by Ian Palang Corporation. The campaign begins on the 19th of July 3304 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately. Cobra Wing campaign concludes. A spokesperson for the Cobra Wing has announced that its campaign to build a research outpost in the Ebor system has been enthusiastically received by the galactic community. Scores of pilots supported the campaign by delivering commodities to Morris Enterprise and eliminating agitators in Ebor, thereby ensuring the safety of traders. A spokesperson for the Cobra Wing released the following statement. We want to thank all the commanders who supported this campaign. We hope that the new outpost helps us communicate with our neighbors and achieve peace. Pilots who contributed to the initiative can now collect their rewards from Morris Enterprise in the Ebor system. Unexploded nuclear missile discovered. A thermonuclear weapon, launched over 1,000 years ago during Earth's Third World War, has been discovered. The intercontinental ballistic missile was found beneath the Pacific Ocean during construction of new undersea habitation off the coast of California. Lieutenant Commander Paige Patterson, a munitions disposal specialist for the Federal Navy, gave this statement. The missile was partially embedded in the ocean floor when aqua engineering teams found it. Erosion of the casing makes identification difficult, but the design is consistent with strategic ordnance of the mid-21st century. Its thermonuclear warhead would have had an explosive yield of 45 megatons. Robotic avatar units have successfully disarmed the missile's uranium core, so the risk to local populations has been nullified. We are now treating the area for radiation leakage. The remains of the missile will be scrapped. Dr. Imogen Riang, a historian specializing in Earth conflicts, observed. A variety of relics from World War III, which took place between 2044 and 2055, have been found over the centuries. All nuclear exchanges between nation-states were thought to be well documented, so this discovery comes as quite a shock. Although the missile's origin remains a mystery, its location near the western seaboard suggests 2 possibilities. Either it was a failed launch from a silo in the United States, or it was an inbound enemy missile that failed to reach its target. In the latter case, it was likely disabled by the USA's defensive laser grid, which...
So, unexploded nuclear weapons aside, we are about to counter this sort of weapon, but before we get there, let's scan down the stuff. Always worth doing. Let's carry on. Excited to see, this should be really pretty. Exploring's kind of weird because you go for really long periods of nothing. And then you find a system like this with a couple of really interesting things, and then you'll find a crazy system. Something with like 42 stars in it, and 6 Earth-like worlds, and it's just absolutely insane. Anyway, here we go. Same routine as last time. As soon as we get towards 8 seconds, we'll start to slow down. Definitely expecting an Earth-like world as a result of this scan. Fantastic. Let's go and have a closer look. interesting. It looks about the same distance as Earth is from Sol. Here we go. Loads of clouds, loads of water. Looks like it's got continents. Storms going on. Over ice caps. Kinda cool. Really, really pretty. Kind of makes you want to land on it. It's got a nice thick atmosphere. Let's see what we know about it. So it's actually really small. It's 0.3 the size of Earth. Less gravity as well, 0.72 G. Slightly less atmosphere, 0.9. No volcanism. Interesting. It's actually only suitable for water-based life. But it does have a human breathable atmosphere, 17.2% oxygen, 82.6% nitrogen, so you know, wouldn't be super cozy. Livable. Certainly very pretty. Stunning again. That was me ejecting a heat sink, don't worry about it. Got a bit too close there. Crazy that you can sort of hear the bird calls. You can hear in the system menu in the background now. Take a screenshot boosting, video might come out for a sec. Beautiful, lovely. Glad we made that journey. Just spin you out. There we go. Okay. I think that's all there is to see in this system. Let's head to the next one and we'll find a landable planet.
Frameshift drive charging.
And then
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Just gonna move on, I think. Could scan those down. Might be worth something if they're terraformable. But I think we're better off just moving on. We're a land of a planet. It's pretty nice.
Disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
It's a blue-white star. This should be interesting. It's usually incredibly bright. You see the density of the stars getting really, really rich now. Blue-white systems. Wow. Wow. Thought it might be Earth-like, but it's not. There's lots of gas giants down there, but the problem is 231,000 light seconds away. Even that is 20,000. It is not worth it. So we're going to move on. Shame, really.
Fuel scoping.
There's a neutron star. This should be our next waypoint. Hopefully, we'll find a nice landable planet. Search for a way to settle down.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Okay, our next system is Fly the Guy. OE. D13216. Which actually seems pretty crazy. Let me just double check that because it seems like we're taking a right turn. OEE D13216, yeah. It really does look like we're just taking a right turn. That's pretty insane. Because I thought we were heading this way. Well, I'm going to trust it. You know what? I'm not going to trust it. It doesn't seem right. OEE D13216. Aha. Have is just like changing the sector name, that's what's wrong. Instead of Fly the Guy, it's Fly the Goo. We really should name these better. There we go. That's much more on point. Lovely.
Frameshift drive charging.
Never so crazy with that. Just trying to decide whether this one is worth scanning, because it kind of looks like an ammonia world. Just the colour of it. But I don't know what to listen out for with ammonia worlds. That's far too far away. I'm going to do it in this. Just rock on.
Frameshift drive charging. charging. Ready to engage.
Let's get charged and then we'll put our next jump.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Right, the next one is actually quite far away. It's at Ploa Aim. QRK. D829. There we go. Just 3 jumps, which means all of these should be neutron stars.
Frameshift drive charging.
Still keeping our eyes out for a landable planet to call home for the night. Could go for that one, but it's pretty far out. I think we'll carry on. See if we can find a little bit closer to the star. Let's get a bit of light.
Fuel scooping complete.
It's a shame there's no landable planet around this. We'll scan those anyway because they're quite close and probably worth doing. That's what. Go back across the sun, which will slow us down. But actually, kind of needs to be scanned anyway, so let's do that. Ship's going to moan as we go past you. Gravitational pull. See how close the landable bodies are. Might surprise us. Might get a nice view. How many are there? Icy body, 0.03G, no volcanism, should be good. Off just a little bit, back on. Nice view of that gas giant behind us. These icy worlds, I mean, they're usually boring, but this one's really very pretty.
Orbital flight engaged.
Trying to find a nice flat zone on that crest there. Okay, check that we've got full engines, which we do. Check our altitude is 3.3 kilometers above the surface, but it will be rising because the floor is rising with us. We'll pop our landing gear out at about 1,000 meters above the surface. I don't think we're going to find a good landing spot around here. Boost. Let's try. Just got mass locked. And we're 1.4. Just keep it nice and steady, just watching the descent meter on the far right hand side of the hood. Tells us how much we're going down. And one click up our landing gear. Starts thinking about going down a bit faster. Half speed.
Landing gear deployed.
Looks like we're on a slope. So let's find the top of the slope. We'll just watch the altitude because it looks like the floor is rising to meet us.
Landing gear ready.
See if we can't find somewhere a little bit more flat.
Landing gear deployed.
It's looking a little bit better, I think. I think the space behind us is looking about best right now. So let's descend down to 100. Looks good. Just find the top. Okay. Great stuff. Bring it down. mean, you really do start to feel alone. Because there is absolutely nothing here at all. Right, let's do a quick check of all modules. We're all at 100% except for the FSD, so let's do some quick repairs on that. I'll bring it offline. And we'll bring the auto field maintenance unit online. Good to go, and hit repair. Whilst that's doing that, let's have a quick visual check of the ship. That's good. The paint's a little bit frayed, but that's nothing to worry about. It's just paint. I sort of wondered what that bit there was. Looks like some sort of sensor array. I can't use it to align the ship. I mean, it's all good and well having emergency escape hatches, but they're really not going to do as much good out here. We have nowhere to escape to. Drive's looking good, currently turned off. Key sinks at the back there. Cargo hatch. And importantly, the cockpit, is looking intact. Good stuff. Okay, should be done by now. Yes, they are. Which is great. So we take the AFMU offline and bring the frameshift drive back online. Which takes some time to power up. Right, nice one. Well, I'm going to camp out here for the night. Thanks for joining me. This is our Waypoint 2. Little way to go yet. We have come quite a distance, I believe. Quite far from home. Let's see how far. Yeah, 11,500 light years so far. So we are about a little bit shy of halfway there. But remember, we are coming out to here first. One of these nebulae, I can't remember which one. Which is always useful. Hang on, actually, I'll tell you. It's the Leia. The Leia Nebula. It's around there somewhere, so we've got a little way to go, and then we'll cut into the core to Sagittarius A, and then we'll pop probably plot a direct route home. Unless I'm feeling crazy and we decide to go to Beagle Point or something daft like that. Maybe not this time. Anyway, thanks for joining me. And I will catch you next time.